So 3 space.
No.
And now for our feature presentation.
Okay, everybody, here's my 28th game of Jeopardy for the Super Nintendo. As Nick said off camera, it's the moment of truth. I've won $980,001, and if I break that $1 million mark, then we do a $1 million special soon. But there will be an announcement video immediately following this video. Although the announcement video will be recorded at a later time. And our 6 categories are Firsts, The Lone Ranger, International Cuisine, Dry Up, dry in quotation marks, Human Body, and finally, Solar System. Okay. First for 100, please.
The answer is...
The Sumerians, not Fred Flintstone, got this rolling around 3500 BC. What is the wheel? First for 200.
The answer is...
Appropriately named comic strip, which was the first to appear in a newspaper in color. What is the Yellow Kid? First for 300. And Tiger's chewing on my blue blanket now.
The answer is...
The first trans-US highway was completed from New York to here. What's San Francisco?
Is that good, Tiger?
He says it's tasty. First for 400.
The answer is...
First president to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C. Who was Thomas Jefferson? First for 500.
The answer is...
Dan Golenpaul founded both this first radio quiz show and an almanac of the same name. What is information, please? All done in that category. Okay, next one. Let's have the Lone Ranger for
The
100.
answer is...
Horse to whom the ranger yelled, "Hi-yo!" Who is Silver? It's a hearty hi-yo! Silver! The Lone Ranger 200.
The answer is...
The radio series began in 1933 on WXYZ in this Michigan city. What is Detroit? Lone Ranger 300.
The answer is...
After the 1981 movie, TV's Clayton Moore was forbidden by the court to wear this. What is a mask? The Lone Ranger for 400.
The answer is...
Source of the Lone Ranger's income and ammunition. What is a silver mine? Or what is a coal mine, rather? Let's go with a coal mine. Or coal mine or a silver mine? No, it's a silver mine. Darn it. Lost a little money on that one, but I'm not too worried. Jenny. It's a silver mine. Yeah, I had to go with the silver mine, but that's okay. Oh well. Let's try again. Solar System 100.
The answer is...
Though named for the god of the sea, this planet appears to be green, not blue. What is Neptune? I'll go with Solar System for 2.
The answer is...
Though at least 95% of the atmosphere of Venus is this gas, there are no plans yet for a Venus cola. What is carbon dioxide? Solar System 3.
The answer is
In 1950, the first measurements of this planet were made with a 200-inch telescope on Mount Palomar. What is Mars? Not right. Back down to 1700. And Jenny doesn't know. So she's gonna lose a little money. Pluto. Pluto, even though it's now a dwarf planet and not a planet. Been that way since 2006. Go again, Jim. Human body 100.
the answer is
A phalanx. It's often stubbed. What is a toe? Human body 300. 200, I mean, excuse me. Off the top of my head, I'd say it's at the top of the axial skeleton. What is the skull? Human body 300.
the answer is
Longest, strongest bone in the body. Jenny. The femur. Yep. Dry up 100.
the answer is
George Jefferson's occupation. What is a dry cleaner? Or what is dry cleaning? Dry up 200.
the answer is
Ever Ready, Mallory, and Rayovac. What are dry cells? Or what is a dry cell, I should say. Dry up 300.
the answer is
English poet, author of Absalom and Achitophel. Who is Dryden? Dry up for 400.
the answer is
In the Bible, Ezekiel saw a valley full of them rise. What are dry bones? Dry up for 500.
the answer is
Consisting of solid CO2, it contains no water. What is dry ice? Alright, okay. Let's go with the Lone Ranger for 500, please.
the answer is
Modern masked hero, Britt Reed, great nephew of the Lone Ranger, John Reed. Who is the Green Hornet? $4,000. I'd like to have the solar system. No, I'd like to have human body 400.
the answer is
It's a spherical structure about 1 foot in diameter, or 1 inch in diameter, but with a prolonged, pronounced bulge on its forward surface, and it is the eye. Okay. International cuisine 100.
the answer is
These Chinese dumplings are commonly served in soup or fried as a side dish. What are wontons? International cuisine for 2.
the answer is
Hungarian goulash is traditionally seasoned with this powdered pepper. Ah! Jenny locked me out. Paprika, I knew it. So I try my best to make it to $1 million. Solar system for 400.
the answer is
The point in an orbit of a planet or comet when it's closest to the sun. Jenny. The perihelion. Mm-hmm. Human body 500. The daily double. Okay, so Jenny's gonna go all $1,000. Here's the clue. In the average person, they comprise about 40% of the body's weight and its muscles. Jenny got it right. Okay. International cuisine 300.
The answer is.
Tamales are sometimes steamed in banana leaves, but are usually wrapped in these. What are corn husks? International cuisine for 400.
The answer is.
This chicken dish made with noodles, cheese, and cream sauce was named for an Italian opera singer. What is chicken tetrazzini? International cuisine for 500.
The answer is.
Served on meat, Maitre d' Hotel butter contains salt, pepper, parsley, and this juice. What is lemon juice? It's going to put me at 5,300, and we have one clue left, which we'll take a look at in just a bit.
The answer is.
Of the 3 crew members of Apollo 11, the civilian. Let's see if Jim knows the answer. Neil Armstrong. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, Jim has $1,200, Jenny $2,000, and me $5,300. Here we go into the double Jeopardy round.
Here are the
And we have our
categories.
6 categories. They're going to be ghosts, baseball, USA, great thinkers, 7 wonders, and finally, literature. Will this be the round that I get up to $1 million? Let's find out as we begin. Ghosts for 200.
The answer is.
In the U.S., it's traditionally the best night of the year to see ghosts. What is Halloween? Ghosts for 400.
The answer is.
Not surprisingly, this assassin is said to haunt Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Who is Abraham Lincoln? Oh, it's not Abraham Lincoln? Oh. This assassin. Oh, right. The assassin. John Wilkes Booth. They needed the assassinator, not the president. Oops. That's okay? Baseball 200.
The answer is.
League that has won the All-Star Game 20 of the last 22 times. Ah, Jim locked me out. Dang it. The National League, yep. Baseball 400.
The answer is.
Courts once upheld local ordinances banning night games in this team's ballpark. Who are the Chicago Cubs? Baseball for 600.
The answer is.
Of Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, and James T. Kirk, the one who currently manages the Montreal Expos. Who is Buck Rogers? Baseball for 800.
The answer is.
A young boy supposedly said, "Say it ain't so, Joe," to him after this Black Sox scandal. Who is Shoeless Joe Jackson? Baseball for 1,000.
The answer is.
In 1920, Cleveland shortstop Ray Chapman became the only major leaguer to whom this happened in a game. What is being killed? take Ghost for 600, please.
The answer is.
At Windsor Castle, this Tudor queen supposedly haunts the Queen's library. Jim. Elizabeth I. She's the one. Ghost for 800.
The answer is.
Shakespearean king visited by 11 ghosts of his victims before the Battle of Bosworth Field. Jim. Richard III. He's the one. USA for 200.
The answer is.
Dunes of white gypsum rise in White Sands National Monument in this state. Jenny. New Mexico. Let's keep it going. 7 wonders for 200.
The answer is.
Dr. Livingstone named these African falls one of the 7 natural wonders of the world for his queen. What are the Victoria Falls? Seven wonders for 400, please.
The answer is.
The ancient wonder of Olympia was a gold and silver statue of this king of the gods, who was Zeus. Seven wonders for 600.
The answer is.
90 miles from the last remaining ancient wonder, this waterway is one of the 7 modern wonders. What is the Suez Canal? It's going to put me at 9,100. Seven wonders for 800.
The answer is.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon hung in what's now this country. What is Iraq? 7 wonders for 1,000.
The answer is.
Mexico's Paracutin, the youngest of these in the Western Hemisphere, is also the newest of the natural wonders. Jenny locked me out. It's a volcano, and I knew that one. Great thinkers for 200.
The answer is.
19th century German author of Spake Zarathustra. Who was Nietzsche? Friedrich Nietzsche. Great thinkers for 400.
The answer is.
While prisoner of the Germans in World War II, this French existentialist wrote some of his greatest work. Jim. Who was Jean-Paul Sartre. We're getting there, people. Great thinkers for 600.
The answer is.
Greek philosopher whose works were the basis for most scientific study well into the 17th century. Jim. Aristotle. Great thinkers for 800.
The answer is.
French soldier and mathematician whose motto was, I think, therefore I am. Who is René Descartes? Great thinkers for 1,000.
The answer is.
The 17th century Dutch Jew was excommunicated from his synagogue for independent thinking. Jenny. Baruch Spinoza. 4,600 for Jenny now. Where are we going? Ghost for 1,000.
The answer is.
A hideous Arabian ghost who steals corpses. It's come to mean any grave robber. Jim. A ghoul. Yep. Oh boy. It's getting very interesting. Literature, 200. Oh, one of the daily doubles. And And Jim is going to go 3,800. He'll be close to me. Here's the clue. In his will, he left all his possessions to his friend and benefactor Edward Hyde and instructor Henry Jekyll. 8,600 for Jim now. Yikes. USA for 400. The other daily double. Oh boy. He's going 2,600. Yikes again. Fiddletown, Rough and Ready, Poverty Hill, and Chinese Camp are towns of this state's gold country, and it's California. He got it. Oh boy, he just stole the lead. USA for 600.
The answer is...
The only state that borders 4 Mexican states. Ah, Jenny locked me out. Texas. My home state, so that adds insult to injury. But Jenny locked me out, so USA 800.
The answer is...
The 2 states named for the Sioux word for friend or ally. What are North and South Dakota? Or what are the Dakotas? I'm going to say what are the North and South Dakotas? USA for 1,000.
The answer is...
Rocky Mountain State named for a valley in Pennsylvania. What is Wyoming? Oh, hopefully my run does not end in this game. Especially since I'm this close to 1 million. Literature 4.
The answer is...
This dashing Margaret Mitchell character has been called the most famous Charlestonian. Who is Rhett Butler? $600.
The answer is...
Poe wrote the 1,002nd tale of this Arabian Nights character. Who is Scheherazade? $800.
The answer is...
Though Jay Gatsby loved her, she was chained to Tom Buchanan. Who is Daisy Buchanan? Last clue. Moment of truth, everybody.
The answer is...
Her last words to Alice were, "Off with her head!" Who is the Queen of Hearts? So at the end of Double Jeopardy, I'm at 15,500, Jim 11,200, Jenny 5,200. So it is definitely not a runaway game at this point. But if I succeed in Final Jeopardy, I may have $1 million. Let's get to the category. History. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go all in. It was the world's largest city for the entire 19th century. What is London? If it's London, not only will I have $30,000, but I will break $1 million. Will it be London? Final. Here we go. Is it London?
Final Jeopardy answer is...
Please tell me it's London. Please tell me it's London. I can say hello to $1 million! Jenny get London. She did. She's in the 5 figures now. 10,400. Did Jim come up with London? Yes, he did. And I came up with London, so I'm going to $31,000. Holy moly. Are you guys ready to hear this?
Yes.
In 28 games, I have achieved $1,011,001. So in my run of Jeopardy for the Super Nintendo, I finally made it to $1 million. So as a result, I'm going to do a $1 million special of this game. But there will be an announcement video regarding it coming right after this video. And then we'll do some other game show runs. Catch you later.